What is up, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3. I need to be saying welcome back to Forza Horizon 3 more often, because Forza Horizon 3, honestly, it's weird because I'll have, a week where I'll play a lot of Forza, and then I'll have a week where I don't play a lot of Forza. So, I need to get more consistent with my Forza, and I know that a lot of you guys really want me to, because a lot of you guys are here for Forza, and so what I think I'm going to do is, I did do that series, which was on muscle cars, recently, muscle car drift builds, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to structure the week so we have at least usually 3 to 4 different games that we play throughout the week. So say Forza, Spin Tires, GTA, and Car Mechanic Simulator. So if we can play 3 to 4 different games all throughout the week, that would be awesome, because then I'll start to really differentiate my content more. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, if I get off on one game that I really start playing, say for Spin Tires, then we'll end up having almost a whole week of just Spin Tires. And I know a lot of you guys kind of get slightly annoyed by that. So, well, not necessarily slightly annoyed, you're just like, where's the Forza? Because there are some guys that are really, 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 here for Forza, and it just makes more sense that way. So, without any further ado, let's get into the topic of today's video. Now, we are going to be driving the RJ, basically, everybody calls it the RJ truck. It's just like the RJ Pro truck, and I'm going to be discussing why it's pretty much the most overpowered vehicle in Forza Horizon 3. Now, if you go into online lobbies, you'll see, but it's definitely up there as being one of the most overpowered, not necessarily overpowered in an unfair way, overpowered actually in a fun way, and I'll show you why. Here it is, the RJ Anderson number 37 Polaris RZR Rockstar Energy Pro 2 truck. As if that wasn't a long enough name. But, this particular one has actually been built by, I put it together, but I got the setup from Jeep Guy, and he actually told me what he recommended to run to make it basically a maxed out S1 class. So I'll go through and show you guys what I've done. We've done we've converted it to all-wheel drive. We've done a twin-screw supercharger. We've also done pretty much a bunch of specific, I'll show you what we did. We did race flywheel, race intercooler, and race supercharger. However, to keep it in S1 class, we have the stock block, we have the race ignition, and the race fuel system. So the only thing you really don't touch is the block. Brakes-wise, they're maxed, and then drivetrain-wise, the clutch is maxed, the transmission is maxed. I think everything in here is actually maxed. I just wanted to make sure so I didn't say something. The stock diff. That's actually a weird thing, because if you leave the stock diff, Jeep Guy, when he had me build this setup, I was like, okay, so we're going to put the better diff in, right? And he's like, nah. It's like, the stock diff's fine. So I've been driving it with the stock diff, and I actually really like it with the stock diff. I don't know what the big difference is. I personally like to have the ability to tune my differentials and things like that, and really kind of customize it. But Jeep Guy was like, no, leave it alone. It's perfect that way. So regardless, let me show you how this thing launches. It gets out of the hole like a beast, especially for a truck. Dude, this thing is freaking crazy for a truck. And the crazy part is, too, that when it's out on pavement and then you transition it onto dirt, there's no speed difference. It's just as fast either way, which is what makes it insane for online racing. That's what makes it ridiculous for the multiple surface type racing and the cross country type racing. It just kills pretty much everything else because of how insanely usable it is on any surface. I'll go ahead and actually show you if here, let's see, perfect. Cooper Petty Scramble. That's perfect. Perfect. Championship, exhibition, rivals. We'll just do rivals. Let's see. S1.
Post the best times. Curse of being the best, boss. Everyone.
Yes. So it also puts out over 1,200 horsepower and over 900 foot-pounds of torque, which is nutty, ridiculous, and insane for a vehicle like this. I think something that you're going to have to get used to is with you know, a truck like this is just when you race it online, you have to get used to the mass of it because the mass is just, there's just so much there. Yet you're outrunning Aventadors, you're outrunning Huracans, just outrunning so many vehicles that you technically shouldn't be able to outrun. He was on a flying lap, and we've already passed him on our starting lap. That's great for us, terrible for him. But as you can see, this thing, you literally just drive it full throttle everywhere. You floor the throttle, and you can use the brakes to modulate it while you're on dirt. On pavement, I prefer to use a little tap of the e-brake, and you just use a little tap of the e-brake, a little kick of the clutch, and you're good. Like, oh, collision, lap time flat. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. A little bit of e-brake action on the way, and then just floor it on the way out. Not really anything you have to deal with. It's definitely not, it doesn't drive on autopilot, put it that way. It doesn't drive on autopilot, however, okay, we beat him. Oh, to collect reward, no. I wanted to continue, damn it. Where's it going? Oh, for God's sake, where are you going? I'm not controlling this anymore. Like, seriously, I'm not controlling this anymore, guys. I clicked clicked A, and I meant to click X, but it's literally just, the truck is just driving now. I have no control over anything that's going on. I'm pressing every single freaking button on my controller, and I have no... Whoa, okay, that was weird. That was weird as hell. Alright. We're gonna come back to this, and we're gonna do it again, because... Yes, bring it, yes. Like, seriously. One lap is not enough. Reset lap time flight. What? Come on. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Just trying to... Like, the crazy part, though, is the fact that you can put all the power down. Also, when it's converted to all-wheel drive, I think this thing runs, like, 35-inch tires. I want to say it runs 35s. And you're spinning all 4 of them on pavement from a launch. That is just nuts. The crazy part, too, is how much front camber this thing has from the factory. It is literally set up to handle, which is insane for a truck like this. It's just not something anybody expects. Yeah, continue lapping, please. This is one of those moments where you... Oh, God. Wait, do we have to collect our reward for, like, each one we beat? God, it doesn't, like, send us to the next one? Oh, that's dumb. Was gonna say, like, that would be weird. It tells you to brake way too early. You can get away with braking way later in this thing than it tells you. I'm still getting used to that with this track, too. God, Jeep guy's way the hell back there. Oh, God, oh, God. Then that's what you get for looking behind you. That's what you get for looking behind you. I wonder, did it count my other lap? You know what? I'm going to do this lap. And oh, wait, best. It did count it. Okay. Finish rivals. Yes. So, before I finish the video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how this thing is in a, I guess, a race setting, because that's the other part. It's not just the performance that makes it slightly overpowered, it's how it reacts to other cars. You can drive like a bat out of hell in this thing, and it doesn't matter. And that can be a good or bad thing, because online, you can have, like, people smashing into you, and it doesn't really bother you all that much. Like, it doesn't really bother the truck. It doesn't really push it around. However, if you smash into other people, you can knock them clean into oblivion. So, it's good, but it's also, it can be kind of iffy if you use it for the wrong reasons. So, let's find ourselves a decent race right here. Trail race, that'll work perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. And I'll show you guys what happens when you get hit, and I'll also show you guys what happens when you hit other drivers in this truck, because believe me, it makes a difference. It really does. I should say the mass and the weight are what make the difference. All right. Let's see. Yes. Yes, set up event. Good God. Okay. Exhibition. God, I haven't done this one yet. Perfect, then. Yes. This truck, God, I can't get over how freaking OP it is sometimes. I think basically, too, when you look into its competition, not a lot of people use similar vehicles in S1. I mean, you'll occasionally see a Warthog like we saw at the beginning, which I may do a Warthog versus this, like a comparison test, because I'm curious, actually, as to see if either this or the Warthog of what is more effective. Because it's been a hell of a long time since I've driven the Warthog. See what I mean? It just, like, they can't stand up to it. It literally just bumps them out of the way. And, well, it bounces off walls a little bit too, but it literally just bumps its opponents out of the way. And that drift was just a straight up inertia slide. That's what this thing is, well, except for when you're going into walls. That's what this thing is good at, is inertia sliding. If you get good at transitioning it, like, that was an inertia slide. I didn't touch the brakes. I didn't touch the e-brake. I didn't touch anything. I just turned it in and eased onto the throttle a little bit, and the back end came around, and it just powered out of the corner. And I think also, too, the immense power that this thing comes with, or at least after you do the modifications to max it out for S1, gives you such a huge advantage over everybody else. And the thing is, you can hit walls, and it doesn't matter. Turn, come on, there you go. I was like, turn in. Good grief. Oh, God. All right, stick with it. Come on. Drift tap, right? Wrong, actually. God, I didn't count it as anything. It didn't, like, ruin the combo, but it also wasn't a drift tap. And, man, when you get into a rhythm with this truck, it becomes insane. Absolutely insane to drive. You just got to make sure it doesn't try to wheelie. If it tries wheeling, give it a little tap of the brakes and bring it back down, or just let off the throttle a little bit, because it will try to wheelie on you occasionally, and you'll lose, obviously, you'll lose some of your control because the front wheels that do the steering aren't exactly on the ground. So that's just something to be aware of when you're driving this truck, and if it happens online, it can suck, because then that allows your opponents to get ahead of you if you let it mess you up. Oh, crap. Okay, yeah. Was trying to give it a big, you know, inertia drift, and it sort of worked, but it also sort of didn't. Ooh, come on. Stay focused, for God's sake. Just nearly there. And across the line. So you can see why I definitely think this thing is definitely up there with some of the more overpowered vehicles in Forza Horizon 3. I think you guys all need to build one. I genuinely do, and I'll be making some videos in multiplayer with this truck soon with Jeep Guy and a couple of other people. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of Forza Horizon 3, don't forget to hit that like button. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.